It's training camp season. Today we're looking at the Kansas City Chiefs and getting a good look at Brashard Smith. We're going to watch him catch some balls, work through some drills, everything else. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're covering practice. We're covering training camp. We're looking at your rookies, those guys battling for positions, and guys are getting ready to draft in fantasy football here soon. And you want to know who to pick up, you got to see what they're doing behind the scenes, how they're climbing the depth chart. Click that button. Stop missing out. Today we're looking at Brashard Smith, and he does have a fantasy football impact and some stake involved with him. Stay tuned as we loop through this. Keep talking ball to get that. But Brashard Smith right here. This is a prospect that a lot of people are getting excited about. We've been excited about him. Look who he's with. Where's he at? Look, there he is. Look who he's with. He's with the ones right there. He's getting work with the ones. Work with the ones right there. Where we at? There we are. More work with the ones. Does that mean he's going to be a legit all-the-time starter? No. But are they realizing they got a talent here to work with and they want to work him in? Yeah. Definitely. There he is. There's a lot to like about this running back. Brashard Smith. I got a lot to talk about here today. A lot. If you're a Chiefs fan, you better stick around. I believe this might be the same one. It's all good. There he is. Remember, we're with the ones here. Watch how he comes out of the stance. We get out there. Open field. Just explosive. Another thing I'm hearing in camp, he's getting a lot of work at wide receiver as well. And that's also with the ones. And that is very encouraging for his skill set. That is very encouraging. So when you saw the draft selections, you saw SMU running back, but he was recruited as a wide receiver. And he was recruited pretty high. Not super high, but pretty good, and went to Miami as a wide receiver. He's made plays for Miami. Some big-time moments, actually, at wide receiver for the Hurricanes. We transferred to SMU, then we became a running back, and we put the stamp on things there. So we're a decorated receiver. We got some of that inner skill set. The thing you're looking at here with Brashard Smith is he can also run the football. So skill set wise, you can use him on special teams, put him out in the flat, wheel him out, have him take carries up the gut. One thing you're looking at this backfield, and one thing you used to have that you don't have anymore is Jerick McKinnon. Jerick McKinnon came on that one season, and we told you it was coming on when it was coming on to pick him up in fantasy. Reason why and what we were watching was his routes ran were increasing every week. His route participation rate, it just started to increase. You knew the usage was there. And anybody on this offense that's running a lot of routes, that's pushing like 15, 20, 25 routes a game, by proxy, you're going to be interested in. So when you're into the season, you're looking for a pickup in fantasy football, or if you drafted him and you're still holding tight, and you're looking at Brashard Smith, wondering when you can start throwing him out there and feel a little better about it, because you might be doing it anyways, because by proxy, you're so beat up at running back, it could be one of those years for you. It's the routes ran, because they're going to use them in the passing game. You're talking about a guy with 4.3 speed that can burn up the track, that's going to burn up the football field on top of this. All of that. So you got the receiving chops, you got the ability to move him around. They're showing that they want to use him as a weapon, and they're going to use him at running back. Now you look at the depth chart at running back. Look at Pacheco and what he dealt with last year with the injury. Not saying that's going to happen again. It's in the realm of possibilities. Like with any other running back, but still in the realm of possibilities. Kareem Hunt's Father Time. Realm of possibilities. Things get ambiguous. Elijah Mitchell. Immense injury history. Realm of possibilities that we can have backs go down here. It's there. It could not happen. But it's there, and you're looking at that, and if that starts to happen, when he's next in line, I don't even think it's going to be a secret because everybody's going to chase Chiefs running backs. Everybody's going to be calling that on their podcasts. He's a stash play. He's in lottery ticket alley at the running back position in fantasy football. Chiefs fans, be excited about that you have a running back there somewhere on the depth chart, because he's getting mixed in with the first team, special teams, that's getting looked at in fantasy. And when you're getting looked at in fantasy, people are hoping that you get top tier production. So that's saying you got potential there, because people are putting their money down on that. Doesn't mean it will, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing for your team. And this is something you guys need, like more speed out of the backfield. If Rashee Rice is out for some time, another receiving threat, short to intermediate, you get him out in space. You see him move running routes. He can take carries up the gut. He's proven that. This is a weapon. This is a weapon. He could be like an immense role player for you guys. He could be a good lottery ticket week to week eventually in fantasy. He could be the guy. That's the thing about this. He's cheap. He's a cheap dart throw running back in drafts, one of your last picks, and there's a lot of them this year. This was the most deepest, most talented running back class in this year's draft that we'll ever see. We had running backs go in the first round, multiple running backs go in the second round. We have deep talent in the last rounds, deep in day 3. We were seeing talented running backs go off the board who were considered like some of the top running backs in college football. And that if they were in the draft the year prior, they would have been one of the top prospects. Like, considered a weaker draft. It was weak pushing the average last year. It was lesser than average. But compare this class to that class, it smokes it. It smokes it. You put Brashard Smith in that class, he ain't falling to where he was. There's just not enough running backs in the pool to usurp him. There's just not. This is a tough class. He'd get more notoriety. He's not just that late round pick. Like those late round running backs you need to look at this year. Some of them are going to hit. Some of them are going to be just good role players. But you're going to get a lot of them that do something in the league. A lot of them are going to push some of these teams and look at their starters and be like, well, I got a good backup and now I got a good third stringer. I can probably patch some things together and now I can sign this 3-tech. Now I can get that wide receiver I can add here. And I'm only losing like 10% if I go from this starter to this backup. And it could be the guy that's drafted or that guy that drafted being the second string coming up. Brashard Smith, though. People chase Chiefs wide receivers and running backs. This is another guy to pay attention to. Immense upside here. Immense upside. Remember, Hollywood Brown's going to be back this year. This offense could be more explosive. Rashee Rice will eventually be back depending on how long the suspension is. But when you look at a guy here like Brashard Smith, he fits with what they want to do. They like to get the ball out quick. They play the short game, getting yards after the catch. They like to run with a lot of speed. They run with... It's not always the fastest pace because they're efficient. But they move the chains and keep it moving. That's going to be a weapon somewhere down the road. It could be next year. Somewhere down the road, he's going to be the weapon. Watch the routes ran in season if you're looking to pick him up in fantasy or use him. Watch the routes ran. If he starts running at a good clip, 15-plus routes a game, then you may want to get interested in him for fantasy football. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.